Hey strangers, this is the process of how I made the Your Beautiful Prattling Pate from Elden Ring.
You're beautiful.
I've not had any formal education in 3D modeling, so pretty much everything I've learned so far has been self-taught through trial and error and a little bit of YouTube. I used two different 3D modeling softwares for this project. First, I used Nomad Sculpt on my iPad. I then sliced the object in half in Blender and wasted a bunch of time trying to figure out how to hollow out the object for the sound module. If I had actually tried learning the basics of 3D modeling before jumping into the fun stuff, then this part would have been a lot easier. I created a bunch of failed versions of this model that had holes that were just not lining up right with the sound module. The first failed test print I did was with a resin printer, which is a horrible idea for any test print. The print looked great, but the sound module did not fit in it at all. After multiple failed attempts with my 3D filament printer, I became frustrated and discouraged. Not to mention, my depression started acting up again, so I decided to take a break and the project sat unfinished for 6 months. Finally, when I started feeling creative again, I decided I would try to just glue the two halves of the resin print together and paint it and call it good enough. So then I glued the thing together and it looked like shit because there was a noticeable gap between the pieces. So I searched on YouTube how to fill gaps in resin prints and came across multiple videos praising Milliput. Once I saw how Milliput worked, I was inspired to try making the thing functional again. I bought some Milliput and a Dremel tool. I dremeled the fuck out of this thing. I made the inside a lot larger and basically made new holes for the charging port and button. I used the Milliput to secure the button to the side exactly where I wanted it, and I used it to fill the holes and gaps and to secure the USB-C charging port in place. I bought some cheap white hair extensions from Amazon and used the Milliput to secure the strands to the top of its head. I left it to cure overnight, then the next day I sanded down the rough parts. Finally, I painted the thing. In the end, I turned a failed print into something better than I hoped for.
You're beautiful.
And that is basically turning a frown upside down. I handled this project like I handled Elden Ring. I didn't really get good, I just accepted my mediocrity and used any tools I could to get shit done. However, I do intend to learn how to 3D model efficiently in the future. I want to learn how to do so many things, but I never seem to have enough time for skill building. I know a little bit about a lot of shit, but I don't think I really mastered the art of anything. I'm going to try to change that in 2025. Thanks for watching and Happy New Year.